Welcome back to Spitballin Cards. In today's video, you have me, Scott, we have Phil, we have Jeff, and we have Ty. And I'm glad Ty's here because Ty has a game. He brought a game to us. It's a Would You Rather. No one knows what he's going to ask besides Ty. So he's going to ask us these questions, and we're all going to just give our answers of what we'd rather do. So Ty, take it away.
When we look at the hobby, it's all opportunity cost at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if it's for your collection, if you're speculating, if you're trying to get stuff long term. Everything is like you only have so much money to spend, whatever that budget is. And it's always an opportunity cost question. And so I like these would you rathers to just look at different cards, certain cards combined versus one big card. There's so many different ways you can sort of put your money to work for however you hobby. And so that's what I'm going to do. I've got 8 different would you rathers and we'll talk through them. So I'm going to share my screen and I put them into a little slide deck here. So the first one, so we've got this Cal Raleigh, and these are not all going to be big budget cards, by the way. I started out with kind of a banger, but I'm going to have some stuff that's more affordable that we'll look at too. I tried to mix it up. So this is Cal Raleigh's Dynasty, numbered to 5, sold a month ago for $6,375, and you could get this blue Bowman rookie card, I should say, blue refractor auto PSA 10 to try to give you the big image on both of these. Or would you rather have this JRod 1/1 non-rookie Dynasty sick patch, although this one's pretty cool too. This one's definitely much larger. This is the 1/1 somebody graded it, BGS 9.5 with a 10 auto. This one did sell in August, but it sold for around the same price of these 2 cards combined. Which of these do you guys think you would rather have? Scott, start with you.
Give me left all day, every day. So much upside with rookies. If Cal even comes close to replicating this year one more time in his career, that Dynasty is going to be a big card for the Mariners, especially if they could win a World Series. So the thing is, Chourio has that same upside, and Chourio probably has better chance of being a Hall of Famer just based off of where he's at. First player ever with 4 seasons of 2020, 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases, plus he has 2 30-30 seasons, 23 WAR by his age 24 season. He's only 24. Maybe he's 25, but this was his age 24 season. Regardless, those 2 Cals have so much upside for me, especially because they're the rookies.
Jeff, what about you?
I'm going the other way. I'm taking the JRod with this one. I don't have a lot of Dynasty cards. I would rather have it in the Dynasty One Touch, the original Dynasty One Touch, but looks like it graded out pretty well. That's a very cool patch. I don't have a lot of Julio Rodriguez cards, and I do think he's got tremendous upside for a career. Cal Raleigh may be the catcher of this generation, but I don't know if he's going to really break that. Besides Bench and I guess Posey, there's not a lot of big collectible catchers, maybe Mauer. So I'm going with the JRod. I like him.
Did you forget Yogi Berra, Jeff?
I said Piazza and Pudge have some following.
Yogi's collected.
Yogi's got a ton of World Series titles. Yeah. No, I'm going with the JRod with this one. I can't fault the other side, but I'd prefer to have that card.
Yeah. Phil, what about you?
I think the Bowman Chrome Rookie Auto is actually reasonably priced. With those, try to pay 50% or less their equivalent prospect autograph in the same color, same grade, which sells for, I think, $3,500 for Raleigh. You've got the nice color match and everything. But that's going to be number 3 on my list because I'm going to the Raleigh Dynasty like Scott. A little concerned about that autograph. It looks faded. Yeah. In that picture too, it's probably taken like that to try to fool you, like, oh, it's the glare, it's the glare. No, it's not. It's probably faded. So, but assuming it was a nice auto, that would be my decision. JRod over to the right, like, to be fair, if you were to adjust that based on inflation and bring it in line with like today's prices, because that is from August, especially, I'd stay away from that. And with Dynasty, the 1/1s are nice, especially the rookies, but the non-rookies as well. But we have to take into account with Dynasty is there are 7 to 10 competing images with a lot of these cards.
I think there's less of Cal, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking it up right now. Keep going, though.
I think there are. There's like 3 maybe for him.
Oh, great. Yeah. So with JRod, that's a concern there where like often if you go in like the Bowman Chrome or Topps Chrome world and you have the red versus a Superfractor, the jump from red to super could be like 3x, could be 4x. With Dynasty, I don't know if that relationship stands over time. where the out of 1 is 3 to 4 times as valuable as the out of 5, because I think more attention is going to be placed on the patch versus the numbering scheme. The numbering scheme, it does matter. It definitely does matter. And if you take one, obviously you take the 1 of 1 in almost all cases over the out of 5. But if it's a sick patch with an out of 5, I think there's room to run with a lot of those cards. So yeah, that's one thing I'm worried about. So with like the 1 of 1 with JRod there, like I wouldn't touch that unless I knew what the other 1 of 1 patches looked like. And if that was the only one that looked like that, then maybe I'd be like, okay, with the hitting pose, like there's probably some better action shots, I'm guessing. Or is it all the same? Because it's from 2024.
That's the jumbo. So with Dynasty, they have the jumbo insert. So you have like the one that Cal has on the left. That's the traditional patch window size. The one on the right of Julio is the jumbo. So that is the only 1 of 1 of that card, technically. Even though we have other 1 of 1s like the Cal with the smaller window. And there's a good chance that Julio also has a logo man in this particular set, which is its own insert subset on the checklist. So that's why, like this one, you're really not going to have competition with this card aside from the logo man.
You'll have competition with all the other contrived inserts, and not inserts, but parallels and on-demand product releases. You know, if JRod does become the next Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, then he's going to have a ton of other collectible stuff. So I like the rookie card stuff because you can only print that stuff once.
It is interesting. So JRod has 7 base cards from the base auto set in Dynasty from 2024. And then he has the one. This is the only one from the jumbo patch checklist. They're all gold 1 of 1s. And then he has he has a couple of duels, and then he's on the MLB logo patch checklist with a 1 of 1. So he's got
a pretty solid patch, I gotta say.
8 1 of 1s plus just as his standalones, and then some duels as well that are on the checklist with Acuna, Trout, and some others. So yeah, it's interesting with Dynasty that the patches do matter, and when you don't know what the other patches look like, it's sort of a guessing game. Like, even it doesn't matter what, even if you're trying to buy an of 10, like I have a handful of Dynasty cards just for my collection, and I'll buy one and then I'll see another one like surface with a better patch, and I'm like, crap. Like I want that. It is definitely a focal point of the card.
But Byron Buxton's a guy who has some sick from 2015, 16, 15 was his rookie year, right? He has a bunch of nice 1 of 1 Dynasty patches, and I was fortunate enough to be able to see one also for sale as the one that I was targeting an auction was going, and I'm like, oh, and there's another one that's arguably even better that recently sold over the last 3 months. So I found that comp, and I'm like, okay, I can no longer go $1,000 for this because it might not even be the best patch. And I thought it was just like, it stood out amongst its class. Yeah.
Oh, Scott just took over as I was literally sharing the same exact thing.
Sorry, Ty.
Don't touch my screen. This is my episode.
Sorry. I'll stop sharing.
I'm kidding. But I literally had this up, the same exact one you just pulled up on eBay.
Yeah. And
this one's sick too. This is not a rookie, but
cool. Is that a jumbo? Cool. That's got to be a jumbo.
Yeah, it's got to be a jumbo. It is. Yeah.
And that one on top, like that one, the one that recently sold with the Twins logo, like TWINS up top. You already saw that one?
That's the one that, this one, yeah.
That one's pretty sweet too. It doesn't have the actual Twins on it, the people, but so I'm like, and that sold recently too this year. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do $1,000 for this.
Man, he does have a lot of good patches, Phil.
He has some really cool ones, plus all the logo man.
Some teams just produce great patches and some teams can't. Also, they were very generous with their patches before 2024.
I remember you saying that, Scott, in one of your videos, how the patches used to be better.
Yeah. Those earlier dynasties, there's some nasty patches on the out of 5s and the 1 of 1s and things.
Cool.
Also, I want to just note there are only 3 variations of Cal Raleigh's Dynasty. So that's a total of 30 base. That's a total of 15 out of 5 and 3 1 of 1s. So you're looking at, what is that? 48. So that's another reason why I really like that card.
Cool. Yeah. Overall, I think I would go with the Raleigh. I worry about how many different cards like this get circulated over time in subsequent years. This is a really cool card. If I'm a deep-pocketed Mariners fan, I mean, I would 100% go after this card on the right and probably go after this one on the left too. But interesting first, would you rather? So for the second one, I've got Yamamoto's Chrome Superfractor rookie card, non-auto, regular Topps Chrome, not update. That sold for $10K. And on the right, I've got Jackson Chourio's Orange Bowman Chrome auto in a SGC 1010 for a little less, 9,600, but close enough, let's call it. So, Jeff, I'm going to start with you on this one.
Yeah, even if it wasn't Chourio, I might go with the other player because I'm staying away from pitchers at all costs. So the Yamamoto is a cool card, but I'm definitely taking the Chourio in this situation. It's nice that it's a 10-10. But yeah, I like the Bowman first aspect of it. As we talked about, you only get one Bowman first, and this seems like a really nice example. I'd love to see the PSA pop on this too, to see how many 10s there are. But
would you ever take a stab at crossing something like this, Jeff, if you did?
Yeah, I would definitely get it in hand first, though, because a couple times I've gotten SGC 10s, and in hand you can clearly see they won't cross, and so I got to keep them in. But I would consider it. I'd probably do a graded card review with this rather than cracking and resubbing.
Yeah. Phil, which of these do you like?
The Chourio. So I hate, as a rule, paying up for the PSA 10 badge with a 1/1. I think it's one of the worst way you can spend your money. And I mean, maybe the PSA 9 wouldn't go for that much less. So maybe there is not a huge premium in this, but it's hard to tell. I just tend not to go for those cards. The Chourio checks off a lot of boxes for me. I'm a Bowman Chrome guy. It's an orange. Love oranges. I'd take this 19 out of 25. I'd put it into Terapeak Market Movers to see if this card sold before. So I'm curious as to like if it's been cracked out. Now with SGC, you can't look at that cert number and come to a like rough date as to when that was graded, but that's something that I would look into if it was in a Beckett or PSA holder where it's like sequential. I think with SGC, it's randomized, so you can't use that number to do that. With PSA, by the way, if you have it, well, any chat GPT, you can use a free version. You can put in a certain number and ask it like roughly when was this graded.
Oh, cool.
Before I used to go to like Elite Code 3's archives and I would check like 20 of his videos
That's
4
smart.
months apart from the last like 8 years.
Shout out.
And then I'd be like, okay, so the 27 million number is around here. But now ChatGPT will give you a nice estimate. So
I don't see any. I'm just clicking through any copies of that 19 of 25. However, this same card, this same Chourio 1010, sold earlier this year in April for $12,400.
Discount.
This exact copy. So interesting note there.
Quite a haircut that buyer took.
Yeah. Scott, which one would Buttons take?
Buttons would take the SGC slab because she could bite into it easier because it's brittle.
Crack it easier.
To be honest, I don't. Do we discuss what the price of a PSA 10 orange is for Chourio? Because I hate paying a premium for any SGC card at this point in SGC's runway, with how they aren't really supported company. That worries me. I've had a lot of SGC 10s that weren't 10s that I graded myself that shocked me. People have always said the opposite of that to me, so I don't know how I got lucky. But that makes me nervous. On the flip side, I agree with Phil, but at the same time, that 10 grade, which is dumb, may not matter to Phil, but it does matter to other collectors about the good condition. Like, so while, yes, we hate to pay for the premium, there is going to be a premium on it, whether it's smart or not. I also think Yamamoto has a few things going for him. You know, he has like the Ohtani effect with him. People are going to be watching him and Sasaki next year in the rotation. The three-headed monster for the Dodgers. There's a something there. So I'd probably take the Superfractor. I've done well with 101s in the past because you can kind of control your own destiny and the pricing. You have to find just one guy who really wants it, and you can make a good profit. Even if it's 20%, you get $12,000 for it. Great. So I don't know Chourio well enough. I don't watch enough Chourio to say what's real and what's not. I know he had an underperforming year this year, but $10,000 for a Chourio orange and an SGC 10 is just a little bit. I don't want to say it's too risky. I'm taking a pitcher Superfractor. But that's just I would take the upside on the Super.
Yamamoto has the stuff to win a Cy Young, and if he were to dominate during a season, any one Superfractor rookie card has it just has a high ceiling, relatively speaking. Whereas I would see this one it just depends what Chourio does going even into next year. We're, recording this, early in the championship series, and we don't know fully, but when we're recording this, what Chourio is going to do. But I like this card. The a PSA 1010 last sold in May, and it did 15,000, so 12,000 at the time for this card, 15 for the PSA 1010. I'm honestly surprised it wasn't more. But this one I think has the higher immediate ceiling, like within a year potentially. But I mean, if he blows up too and has a massive season next year, which I think he has the talent to do, then it could go there. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one. So moving into some budget cards, we're gonna look at Freddie. So this is his true photo, PSA 10, just a true photo of Freddie. Good photo. I like it. And so these are the ones obviously without the borders, bleeding, full bleed. And then we've got his 2011 Walmart Black rookie. These are not the Topps Black parallels that are serial numbered. And this one sold at the end of August in a PSA 9 for $200. And then finally, we've got a Topps Now Black label, which if you don't know, Topps Nows grade very well, generally speaking. And a lot of people do send these to BGS to try to black label them. And this sold for $200. First ever World Series walk-off granny. Obviously, we all remember this moment from a little less than a year ago. So 3 kind of different cards here. A rookie card, a true photo that, pack odds these are short printed, and then a paying up the premium for a black label. Scott, which one of these would you go for?
I like the true photo. I don't like the 2010 blacks. I don't think they present very well. I think that that's an opinion. So I want to say that has nothing to do with the value. I don't think they look great. And on top of that, he has a real black parallel. And so I think that's always going to hurt these cards. And they don't seem to be as rare. Obviously not as the black parallel because they're numbered to 60 that year. But they don't seem to be as rare as you would expect a Walmart parallel could be from the early 2010s. So I'm taking the true photo. I would go with that black card second. The black label, I don't really care about at all in any way. Beckett as a company, I know the black label still has a premium, but I'm basically paying for a slab, and I think that's stupid. So, and plus it's a Topps Now card. I know it's a big moment, and I know they didn't make a card for that big moment because Topps is silly, but I'm taking the true photo. I think those could eventually pop off the same way image variations have. So it's the one I'm taking.
Just for some context, PSA 9 is $40. PSA 10 is $90 on this particular card. So the black label, you're paying up. Obviously, we know the premiums there. Jeff, which one of these do you like? Sorry to make you pick a Dodgers player during this series. But.
No, I do like watching Freddie, and I like him as a player. The Topps Now picture on the right is one of the big moments from last year. I would definitely pick up that card probably for $5. I don't want it in a slab. I don't need that. If I'm looking for an investment, what has the potential to go up, I'd probably take the middle one. But like Scott, I really like the true photo variation. I think that's one of Fanatic's better innovations over the past couple of years. This looks like a mini poster. It's a great shot of his swing. So that's the one I would take for my collection for sure.
All right, Phil.
For me, I look at the black label there, and when I used to take black labels a little bit more seriously, and I used to buy and sell them quite a bit, where you'd want to pay up for a high premium for a black label is with base cards generally, because those are going to have the highest differences of black label 10 pops versus PSA 10 pops. So people would try to, back in the day on Facebook, they try to apply a consistent multiplier of 10x or 5x or 20x to get from a PSA 10 to a black label. But what you'd notice is based on the way they would sell, a Prism base rookie of Giannis in a black label would do 30x the PSA 10. But then you'd get a blue refractor number to 150 in a black label, and it might only do 8x the PSA 10. And it's because of that relative difference in pops. So I want to know what the PSA 10 pop is there, because if it's only 2.2x the price of a PSA 10, I think that's interesting. But then the bigger picture is there's a 50% chance that the black label is a meme in 10 years from Beckett. So that's always going to be in the back of my mind. And it's clear based on these differences closing or narrowing each year. And not just with the black label, but also with the BGS 10 gold label pristine versus the PSA 10. A lot of people prefer the PSA 10 now over that, which is kind of crazy. In my opinion, that's already happening. And then, of course, a lot of people are also preferring PSA 9s over BGS 9.5 min gems. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, so
I think I'm one of those people now, Phil. I think I prefer the PSA 9 over the min gem personally.
Yeah,
depending on the card. So
sure.
So
Sure.
if you Phil, you segued perfectly into what I was going to bring up, which is the pop counts on that black label. If you don't know, so we know like Topps Now, we kind of joke it's the money printer for Topps. Like they just make all these moments. They make a Topps Now card. It's on demand. You order, they make a bunch of money, and then the cards go out, and you maybe get lucky and get one of the parallels from these distributions. The other part of it, though, is the gem rate is insanely high on Topps Now cards.
Mhm.
It is. So there were 1,297 of this card sent to PSA. It has a 91.9% gem rate.
wow.
So 1,192 PSA 10s exist. Last sale was $90. 73 9s, 12 8s, and then there's a 6 7s, 4 6s, 2 5s, and some poor chap got a 4 on one of them. I don't know if his buttons chewed on it on the way out the door, but and then so Beckett has had 229 of these submitted. 45 of them got a 9.5. 103 got the BGS 10 pristine. 79 black labels.
Oh
That's
my
a lot.
gosh.
That's a lot of black.
Yeah,
So-
there you go. Yeah.
But so if you're buying these Topps Now cards of these iconic moments and you buy 50 of them trying to chase a parallel, but then you send them to Beckett,
Send them all off to Beckett.
you're getting BGS 10 pristines plus on almost all of them most of the time. Like it's pretty crazy. So 79 black labels on this one.
Wow.
I agree with what you said, Scott. This Walmart black, not particularly desirable. I haven't looked at the pop on the True Photo, but there's only so many of these out there. I'm a sucker for the aesthetic of black labels, but not for the price point. I think they look really cool, but I'd probably go with the True Photo here.
Yeah, and for the record, I'll go with the True Photo as well. So back to the multipliers. Now you want to do, based on so many of these going to Beckett for people trying to get that 10. Now you want to look at the ratio of BGS 10 pristine black versus pristine gold versus 9.5, and that'll better inform like how much you should pay versus a PSA 10 or versus a 9.5. I'm not paying 2x PSA 10 based on that. The printing quality is too high, like Ty said. I've got a bunch of these. Tatis, I just got some Sotos in. Like, really, at the end of the day, you're paying for somebody else's like hustle, which you can say for a lot of these cards, but that especially. Like, I probably have some black labels in here. I just don't know it. Yeah, I don't want that card. Cool pose though. I'll take the True Photo.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go to the next one. Jeff's got a bail in just a minute here, so I'll get his opinion and then we'll let him drop, and maybe we can see if we can seduce Chris in for the second half of this. But all right. I'm glad you're here, Jeff.
Ooh.
This is the Chourio. So we got his black PSA 9 rookie card. This is the rookie debut, however.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we've got his SP out of Chrome, which is, I don't know what the pop is on this, but we know they're out there. All these are out there. And then we've got his Stadium Club auto, which I tend to feel are the most underrated cards, rookie cards of any player at any given point.
What I just happen to have here right next to me.
Ooh, look at you.
Was that a 25, Jeff?
That's out of 10.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
A lot of 10.
Rainbow, for whatever reason, they do the base rainbow foils are out of 25, but the autos
The autos are out of 10.
That's awesome, Jeff.
Thank you.
So, Jeff, I'm going to start with you. Which one of these do you like? This is the base auto in a PSA 9.
3 excellent choices. I do think Stadium Club autos are underrated, but I would go for the Gatorade bath in the middle. I don't have that one, and I've been looking at that one. It seems like $200 is a fair price point. I don't know what the pop is on that either.
I'm just going to look it up. It's a good card.
The one on the left is nice because it is out of black, but it is the rookie debut, which is slightly less sought after than his other than a base. Three good choices, but I would go with that Gatorade Bath.
All right, so the Gatorade Bath is Pop 79 and a PSA 10, which is
Still reasonable for me,
Yeah.
especially for a card with a rookie card shield on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for me, it's going to be the Chrome Update 10 as well. SP. I just think the Stadium Club Auto is cool and all, but it's not going to be very liquid for me to sell. I mean, it's not a first tier brand. It's a 9 and it's a base auto. So I'll go with the Chrome Update. Like Jeff said, I'll only buy rookie debut blacks in select circumstances. This one's going to be another one that's going to be kind of tough to sell, my opinion, for a good price.
It's not a great photo either. All right, Scott, which one of these you like?
What's the regular Topps Chrome short print look like? Is this always going to be the little brother to that card?
Yes.
It's a cool card.
Update will always be the little brother.
They're all $200. Which one? Honestly, the way short prints are going, if I was looking from a monetary perspective, I'm taking the same one as the other two guys. I think I like the Stadium Club one the best, though. If I had to pick one I just liked. And sometimes your gut and what you like can translate to value, but sometimes it doesn't. So give me the short print, but I like the Stadium Club better.
So what's interesting is I think this is a case of the image, because the Gatorade Bath is a little more exciting probably to people. But the price point on the PSA 10s, Pop 135 on the regular SP Chrome, these are hovering down. I mean, they were up over 200. They've come down into the kind of 100 to 120.
Oh, I was thinking the SSP. You're right. The photo totally does it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I would go probably, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 on this one.
What was that order?
I went with the image variation, the SP, then the Stadium Club Auto, and then the black rookie debut.
The black debut is hard because it's a debut. And there's only like 2 or 3 players ever where the debut actually mattered.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to continue. Like you could look at Ohtani and Judge because they both have their issues. Ohtani's is his hitting versus the 2 flagship are his pitching. With
Bryce
Judge,
Harper.
it's a better image. Bryce Harper doesn't have a rookie and update, so his only rookie and update is the debut. He has the short print and series too. Like outside of those 3, I can't think of anyone who has their update debut worth that much. Even looking at Mookie Betts, I know his cards well. No one really wants his the update debuts. They're cool cards, but like a black's going to go for less than $1,000, and it's him coming out at Yankee Stadium during his debut, which is cool, but no one wants it.
Tatis if he was good because it's vertical and he's hitting.
That's a good one. That's a good example.
But
there has to be like a qualifier for him. I don't think that's there.
And with this, I'm surprised that Stadium Club price seems a little high, and maybe that got the postseason bump from Chourio, but I haven't seen them be that high. Typically, they don't grade that well. This would probably, because of the back, this would probably get an 8, maybe a 9, but I'm keeping it in the 1 touch. Stadium Club typically don't grade well, but that 200 seems a little steep.
Cool. All right, Jeff. Have a
Thanks,
good one.
guys.
We'll bring Chris. We're going to pause it. We'll bring Chris on for the other half.
Go Brewers.
All right, we're back. We've magically downgraded Jeff with Chris, and we're going to keep going through the second half.
That's fair.
That's fair. All right, so this is an interesting one. We've got 3 different cards, all $200 a piece. We just got done with some Would You Rathers of $200 each. So we've got this Topps Finest Mookie headliners. So this would be all 3 of these combined. You could get the anime Mookie Betts and this World Series at Night SSP. I know how Chris feels about calling those things SSPs. We've debated that in the past. So each $200, or you could get this Topps Chrome Update Mookie Betts Gold Refractor number to 250 for $600. Scott, you're the Mookie guy. Would you rather have these 3 Dodgers Mookies or the rookie card Gold Refractor from Update?
I just got done bashing that image. Not because I don't think it's a great image, but because people haven't really been attracted to it. So here is my perspective. If I was going to pick one as a long-term hold, I'd probably take the Topps Chrome Update on the right. On the left, there is just so much more upside with the SSP culture that we have in sports cards, and I think I could probably do more with them. And so for that reason, I'd probably take the ones on the left, which I hate. But like I think the anime card, I think I could probably do better on it. And the headliner, it's just thing I don't like the top one at all, which is why I don't want to take the left side. but I do know like the SSP aspect matters. So if I was buying it for Scott Baldwin's collection, I'm taking the one on the right. But if I'm looking to flip them, I'm taking the 3 on the left to give me more opportunity. But that's my take.
Okay. Phil, what about you?
Although I do find the prospects interesting of me flipping that finest headliners card to a repacker at a local show and making some good moolah. I'm going to go with the easier route. I'm going to take the card that speaks to me better. A true, technically it's true, gold refractor, number to 250. I really like the Fenway Park in the background here. I do like this image. And if I end up being stuck with this card for a while, I'll deal with it. And there's not that many parallels, you guys all know, from 2014 Topps Chrome update. So I'll more than gladly take the card on the right here. The anime card doesn't do much for me in a PSA 9. Might be a little bit hard to flip. And those are all cool cards. I just don't know if I want to pay $200 each for all of them and like think that I'm going to make money on at least 2 of the 3. Scott, he wheels and deals a little bit more than me. He's a little bit better than me at it. I'll just stick with the gold.
All right, Chris.
Yeah.
One note, that's Yankee Stadium, not Fenway. Just said that.
Is it
I
really?
don't know if that matters to you or not.
Oh, okay. Then I'll buy it just to light it on fire. It looks green in the background. My bad.
No, you're fine. I only know that because I'm obsessed with Mookie Betts.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want any of those cards on the left, and the fact that those sellers are calling them SSPs like infuriates me to begin with. I'm 100% taking that gold refractor. I just don't. Those ones on the left just don't. I don't know. I don't want to carry them to try to flip them. They don't fit anything that I've ever collected. So those are out. I will definitely take that rookie debut in the gold. I assume that's him jogging onto a major league field for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be, right? Yeah, it is kind of a cool looking card. It's weird that the hobby. I know rookie debuts aren't like very popular in general, but that image is pretty cool. And he doesn't have very many rookie cards. So you would think, if anyone's were going to be of value, Mookie Betts is, he's probably one of the biggest stars that actually has that card. So many big names don't even have rookie debuts. But I like that card. So I would be very happy to grab that and even just hold on to it.
All right. So I wanted to present this one because we're at a turning point now with Topps and Fanatics, not with baseball, but with the license for basketball coming over now officially and football in the spring. The most notable thing that's been different between the Topps as a manufacturer and Panini is the idea of like case hit inserts and kabooms and downtowns and color blasts and other things in Panini products have been very, very popular. They've done very well in basketball and football. And Topps is trying their best to get creative and do some things. I don't like all big head kind of images. I actually kind of do like these cards, surprisingly. The Bowman animes, I kind of like, but I'm a child of the 90s. We know this is a big difference. Like Chris, between us is like, I like inserts quite a bit. I've always been an insert fan. And so I like all 3 of these. I also really like this card. I thought it's just a really interesting contrast. 3 Dodgers cards, 3 non-rookies, 3 case hit inserts that culturally people call SSPs, and then an actual rookie card. If I was taking, I would like all of these for my PC. Honestly, I think these are all really great cards. I probably lean in this direction toward the one card if I just had to hold one long term. But I just thought it was a really interesting contrast conceptually, not to mention like, different teams and different eras, so to speak.
I'm interested to see how the I won't say it, the case hit aspect, I'll say it accurately for Chris, so he's not getting grossed out down there. But that could become more of a thing in Topps product in baseball.
Yeah.
We, people are always copying each other across sports and trying to make it a thing, so it might not even happen. And that's a concern if you're really like prospecting on that, but it could. And if it does, all 3 of those cards could be $300 cards, and now you have $1,000 or $900, and it's just you can do more with them in general. So
cool. All right, next one, interesting one. This is a 2019 Bowman Mega Box Chrome Black 1/1 auto of Vladdy. Sold for $976. This is not a first, and this is not a rookie card, technically, even though it's 2019. Then we've got this 2019 rookie card with the rookie logo, sticker auto, rookie debut, orange. And this is in a 10 that sold for $960. And then finally, we've just got the good old Bowman First PSA 10 prospect auto. Chris, I'm going to start with you this time. Which one of these would you rather have?
Is the mega box on card, or is that a sticker as well?
It looks to be on card as far as I can tell. In fact,
It's on card. It's just a prospect, not first.
Yeah.
Bowman.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have no interest in that. If the Chrome update was on card, that's probably the one I would go with, but it is not. And stickers have no place in my house. So I'm taking I'll take the base, the 2016, the first in a PSA 10. I just feel like that's probably the safest of these three cards. He's got autos in so many products. I can very easily see a world where the other two become just not important, not relevant cards in the hobby at all. Whereas that other one is always going to have significance. So I'm going with that one.
All right, Phil. By the way, before I jump to Phil, look how different his auto looks on all three of these cards. It's like this one doesn't look. That's interesting. I don't know.
His mom signed one, he signed one, and his sister signed one.
Yeah, I haven't compared other copies of this, but that's just an interesting.
Yeah, you can tell like he's trying to generally do the same thing, but he's just not consistent with it at all.
He doesn't care enough to have to be consistent.
No.
Actually, I thought of Vlad signing some of his rookie cards, and he's just, they all are. They go as fast as they can. So,
yeah. When I sign my mortgage, all 7 of them.
What's the pop of the PSA 10 base auto?
Oh, good question.
Because that was at the time when people were switching to PSA from Beckett. So I have a feeling it's lower than we think. Like for Juan Soto,
it is low. I remember it's like 86.
Yeah, Juan Soto, same set. He's got over 200. So that's the only reason why it's interesting, I think, for me, between 1 and 3. Generally, I'd pick 1 over 3. The second card here, the orange, that would be last regardless. Since it's hard, that's tough. That picture doesn't even look like Vlad on the right. I'm going to take the 1 of 1 on the left, even though it's not a rookie. Weird. So that came from 2019 Bowman Mega. That was released before Bowman Chrome. So it's not, as Ty said, it's not really it's like a weird prospect card, pre-rookie. But it doesn't mean that DC Sports, when I send it to him, won't put rookie in the description on eBay when he lists it for sale. Hopefully he remembers this time, like he forgot with my recent Joey Votto RPI I sent him. Them. It's not just one person. But yeah, it's just a more niche card, a more interesting card, maybe a little bit more leverage to find the right buyer versus you're not selling it necessarily to a reseller like you would be with the third card. You're more likely to get a collector, I think, for the Mega Box 1 of 1.
Yeah, by the way, you guys mentioned Nolan earlier, Elite Code 3. This is his shop, so this is his card. And he made out pretty well because this card has been doing like 600-700, but he sold it at peak Vladdy Insanity in that first round. So because of the price point on this one, I would go toward this one because one of crazy upside.
It is a 1 of 1 tie.
You just have crazy, like there's going to be some Vladdy super collectors, who love his cards, and this is the type of card you could hold long term and just extort somebody, as they have to have it for their collection. So I would go with this one. I, like Chris, am not a fan of sticker autos. Good image, bad sticker, bad image, on card, 1 of 1. I'm going to go with this one.
So earlier I made a comment about with a 1 of 1, I don't like paying for the PSA 10 premium. For an orange that's numbered to 25, I don't like to pay for a PSA 10 premium there either. And that's a situation where the entire hobby won't as well. So you don't need to pay 3x or even 2.5x. Usually it's closer to like 1.8 to 2, the PSA 9 price to get to the PSA 10 for number to 25 stuff. But I'd want it to be even closer to like 1.5, 1.7. So yeah, another reason not to touch that orange Vlad.
Cool. All right, let's go to the next one.
Did you want to ask me my opinion or no? It's fine.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were talking, so I just assumed. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Scott.
No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
Which one? I'll probably take the 1 of 1. It's easier to sell a dream on a 1 of 1. The autograph looks like it's a little weird though, but maybe it's just because it's very small. But it is like the rookie year at the prospect card. It's early. It's a 1 of 1. The other ones, I know there's 86 of them. I don't know. I like the 1 of 1. That's what I'm taking. It looks really cool. It looked great in a show booth. people would walk up and say, hey, how much you want on that? And I'd say 1,500. And they say, would you take 12? And I'd say, sure. And it would be great. So that's the one I'd probably take.
I do like the image on the 1/1. It's a cool shot of him. Looks like he's about to start celebrating. It's such a cool image. They used it again in 2019 in their Bowman Heritage set. So if you want more autographs with that image on it, you can check out that product.
He's actually a rookie in that one, right?
Yes. That's the same image with just a different design and the RC logo on it.
Nice.
I'll just draw the RC logo on it. It's a 1/1, so it doesn't matter what I do to it. Okay, I like that one.
Cool. All right.
Also, I think Blabbing About Slabbing, Chris and Jeff have done irreparable damage to sticker autographs since they started making YouTube comment. People used to not care. Now these two guys came out and influenced individuals to hating sticker autos. So
now we just need to influence Topps to stop ever using them. Give me the 10-year redemption thing is fine. Like I'll wait 6 years for my on-card auto before I pull a sticker out of a pack and be happy.
That's fair. All right, let's see this one time.
Okay. We got a Yelich. Weird, streaky, missing letters auto. Red. Bowman first. PSA 8. Then I can't even. Then we got a Trey Savage. Pre Savage insanity. Pre Savage hype. This is from no, this I took this one. There was a different one. This one is post insanity. $2,400 for his sunflower snack pack auto. And we got the Miz. So Jeff should have been here for this one, but I'm sure Chris can represent as one in mind and spirit. This is the gold wave numbered to 50. Chris, which one of these would Jeff take?
Oh boy. Jeff would definitely take the Christian Yelich card. As much as that, as Mizorowski is exciting, and man, his auto, does he just do an M and then a 3 dots? It's kind of funny. Yeah, I feel like Jeff would go Yelich. He generally leans toward the more established players with all of his buys. So I'm pretty sure that's where he would go. Plus, that's a wave.
I feel like if you don't take the Yelich here, you're just wrong.
Just leave the hobby.
I will say I'm going to throw this out there, and Phil, you tell me what you think. Let's say as of today, all of these cards are worth exactly the same amount. Which card has the most likely chance to be worth 2 times this value in this month?
Well, what's the score of the Blue Jays game right now? So we're recording this on Monday night, where the Blue Jays are down 1-0, but they're losing in this game.
It's 3-3 right now.
Okay. Man, a Mizorowski. You couldn't even give me a 10 auto on that. Just wanted the authentic auto, just make it a little bit more liquid. Oh God, Yelich, because he's still active. It's still Yelich, I think it is.
Okay.
This auto was good. That's weird. I don't know why I got it.
It's one of Yelich's best cards. So you can throw that up on eBay and hopefully some whale, he has some moment. Maybe they're up 3-1 against the Dodgers. Then
you pump the Pareto principle, and this thing goes to the moon.
Yeah, he's a big game 1 against Blake Snell. You probably get 5 for that.
Shout out, Brent. Sorry.
I feel like when you look at Yasevich gave up 3 in the first, so not that one, but Mizorowski comes out of the pen in game 1 and just strikes out Ohtani twice. I could see some idiot in the Midwest paying $5,000 for that.
So if you think about short-term ceilings, which for prospects with hype or first-year players with hype, it's super high. It is. Mizorowski, though, he already hit his this year. He had a red Bowman Chrome auto that sold for close to $20K and an orange that sold for about $10K. This gold card at $2,200, it's the shimmer. That's an implied valuation of not that much less from his peak for that orange. So in Yesevich, okay, so Cam Schlittler had basically the same card that sold for $5K at his peak, but that was an even more impressive start against the Red Sox. So Yesevich is close to his peak. He's not going to strike out 12. No way, Mariners. I just don't think that's possible.
Can I interrupt? Jorge Polanco did a 3-run home run.
He did.
Yep.
Right, so definitely not Yesevich.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Blue Jays. You just experienced Polanco like the Tigers fans did.
Jeez, Polanco of all people.
Wow. He's having a nice little run.
Give me the red. the same
Yeah.
concept. There's going to be Yelich fans out there who want that card, just missed the auction. It's a great card. I think it's an awesome card. I would love to own that card myself if I had to keep it forever. Think about it. If Christian Yelich, if I can't sell that card for what I paid for it and I had to kill it the rest of my life, I'd be very happy. The other two, I'd be sick every time I looked at them. I would just probably give them away or auction it at 99 cents and just let it go. But
That's the biggest lie. That might be the biggest lie in Spitballin history. Scott's happy to hold any card for the rest of his life. My God,
if I had
hold a card for a
if
year.
it drops in price, like
Okay.
Yelich is the one that's like cool still to me.
I agree. That's definitely the coolest card. That's
is
absolutely the one to buy.
it's definitely the Yelich for me.
Yeah.
I'm mad I even have to look at this card. So,
The other lie would be Scott auctioning off a card starting at 99 cents.
Yes.
He'd be
A lot of low end.
badgering all of his Instagram followers, being like, "Hey man, this card is upside. Yo, you want to buy it? You wanna
Oh,
trade?"
stop it.
man, upside.
I am very fair with my price. I'm always below comps.
That accent was spot on, though. That Phil just did. I wasn't
Exactly
sure
what
he
I
was
sound
talking
like.
right there.
That's the Midwest.
It's Idaho.
Hmm.
All
What's
right,
the last one, Ty?
this is the last one.
Cool.
So we're ending with a big one. So this is the Chourio Red that sold in August for $38,000, and here's an Ohtani Red Ink, one of the two, in a BGS 9.5 for basically the same price, splitting peanuts a month later. Phil, no, I'm going to start with Scott. I don't want to forget you. Which one of these would you rather have?
I'd rather have the red ink.
Yeah.
Look at the Christian Yelich. It goes for $2,000. Like Chourio,
What?
there's no guarantee he's going to be good. Like he's good and he has potential, but Luis
Oh,
Robert
the
had
guy.
potential, and he never panned out. And he was young. He had a big contract. Look at Joe Adele. Like I know Churrio's going to be a good player, and then maybe that card will be $200,000. That's fine. If I miss out on that, it's fine. The Ohtani, I'm taking the Ohtani.
Do you think that the reason Otani's card market has just continued to go boom, 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 boom up, especially on his Bowman Chrome autos, is because that's like how everyone's thinking now, right? It's like he's the guy, and therefore ignore everybody else. For certain market, everybody's just like, give me the Ohtani. I don't care. I'm paying 10x multiples on certain things for this guy because of XYZ. Is that kind of the driving force behind his mark? I mean, beyond him being a unicorn, just keeps going up.
Baseball's never had a player like Ohtani. I don't mean from like the hitting pitch. That's not what I mean. I mean, baseball has not had in a long time who's like a player who's the clear consensus, like best player. Judge is the best hitter for sure, but Ohtani's probably the best player. And he has a World Series, and he has 4 MVPs, and he has international appeal. And like he has just so much that nobody's really had since like Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron. Like really, I feel that way. Griffey, he doesn't have a World Series. People hold that against him. He had a bad 30s. Barry Bonds, he has steroids. Mike Trout, he didn't play past 30s at an elite level. Like Ohtani's the first guy, and I think they're comparing him to other GOATs, and that's why he's being priced up right now. Will that price hold? I don't know. But I think the prices are justified because we're finally having someone like a Jordan, like a Messi in baseball that we can all agree on for the first time, basically ever in sports card history since the early days. So
When
that's
Mike
my
Trout when Mike Trout was at the top of his game, there were guys like Ben Zobrist that played more positions than him. So it was tough for Trout to really emerge as that number one. The question, that's got to be its own episode, so I'm just going to ignore it. Chourio here, if my net worth was 4x what it is, I might take the Chourio and be like, yeah, this dude's, he could be like the next Mike Trout. Like this is like the card, a Pareto principal card, the top of its class. But I am not in that situation. So Ohtani it is. I really like Red Ink autos with 10 autographs, even though it's like a Beckett rating, which is sort of like, Diet Coke. But it means something, and I can't see the card that well. But if I truly believe it's even worthy of a potential 10, then I'm going to take that one, even though that's now been deemed, even though it was first, the second best Red Ink autograph pose. The best one based on comps is now the one where he has a bat on his shoulder from Heritage High Number. But I'd still take that one here.
Yeah.
This is like streaky here. Interesting when the handwritten serial numbering is like bleeding.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's smudged.
Yeah.
Is that card soaked? I'll never know.
Soaked. Chris.
I want to be contrarian. I want to go in a different direction, but it's impossible. I do love that Chourio card, and I think he's already better than Lewis Robert ever was.
That was a very just dramatic.
I know what you're saying though. Yeah, he's still really young. Yeah, that card is exciting, and I wish Jeff had bought that one. That was up for bids in August. But yeah, you got to go with the Ohtani here. It's just we're seeing. I mean, we've never seen a player do this. We've never seen someone throw 6 innings in a playoff game and also lead off, and strike out 4 times.
Yeah, and also hit 180.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of pitchers do that in the postseason.
Yeah,
actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Red Inks are awesome. And down the road, I mean, maybe there's a little price bump because it's hand numbered out of 69. You never know. Always put that on the sticker. Maybe some frat guy pays you an extra $1,000 for it. That's just a really cool card.
So during the pandemic, there were obviously, a number of factors that led to sky high prices for these modern cards of young players and prospects. Wander Franco, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis, Ronald Acuna. I think they all had comps above 100K for their red Bowman Chrome auto at one point. So there probably is a clearer path for Chourio for that card to get up to 100K quicker, but a lot would need to go right for him and probably go wrong for other players that are sort of, in his sort of tier of talent and age. So yeah. The Ohtani's definitely got the higher floor and the better risk reward proposition, in my opinion.
I'm old enough to remember when Vladdy's Bowman Red sold for $552,000.
Dude, isn't that the truth?
Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Okay.
Right.
Good exercise time.
It's fun, right? You got to think through how you want to spend your money. And there are a lot of cards out there. I think for me, like just kind of personally warring against FOMO is a big deal. And think about how you want to spend your money, whether it's $200, $1,000, $100,000, whatever it is.
All right. Who would you rather have between these two players?
The better one? This is interesting. So this is, what am I looking at?
We all should say the one on the
27, a 227 game sample size. I guess this is going to be Chourio and
like their first 2 years of 2 players.
Yeah.
They're pretty even, right?
Pretty even. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it's
I'm not going to tell you who it is. Not going to tell you who it is, but it's somebody nobody wants. I'll tell you that much.
It's Chourio and Griffey.
I'll show you.
It's probably Chourio and Lewis Robert. Oh, Puig and Chourio.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Just 2 guys with no neck, too.
If Yasiel Puig was a rookie right now, his cards were crazy when they came out back in 2013 era.
He was crazy, too.
But I'm just saying,
sure.
That's why the Chourio scares me. I think Chourio's going to have a much better career than Puig. I really do. I think he's a better player. But Puig was good. He was good.
I do agree with what Phil said, though. I think the Chourio probably has an ultimate higher ceiling.
Yeah.
But also a huge risk, like 10 times the risk of that.
We saw Christian Yelich, 45 WAR MVP. He's $2,300 or whatever it was.
Well, just to put in perspective, Juan Soto earlier this year, $204,000 on his red. Bobby Witt, $115,000. Okay, so
that means Chourio's got to do a lot to get up above where he's at. I feel like Witt
Crow Armstrong did $50,000.
Yeah.
Speaking of
40 at age 22. I think that could push it up. That could push it up quite a lot.
He's 22.
Yeah. I did want to point out just a shameless self plug since Scott mentioned Yasiel Puig. Jeff and I are desperately trying to find one Yasiel Puig card. It's his 2014 Topps Chrome image variation. It's horizontal from behind. He's signing autographs. You guys, anyone watching this video happens to have that card, hit me up in the comments or hit me up on IG and take advantage of me, please.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to check out our Patreon and you want to be a part of our Discord, which will be live on November 1st, it's $10 a month for an extra video a week, plus the Discord access. We're doing a bunch of fun stuff. You can chat with us all there. Check it out, and we'll see you in the next video.